Yo, today I'm going to be showing you how to make sexy drill type beats from scratch inside of FL Studio. Sexy drill has become one of the most popular genres of 2024, with it being pioneered by Cash Cobain, to now being used in songs that are topping all the charts, all the streams. For example, the Kehlani song by Jordan Adetunji, who's also Irish, so shout out to him. And they literally just released a new remix with Kehlani on the song called Kehlani. Crazy. To make sexy drill, you want a sexy melody that's also accompanied by a sexy bass, then add in a sexy stomp, and the rest of it should be sounding pretty sexy from there on in. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. I posted a sexy drill tutorial a few months ago, I think, and it was based around Cash Cobain, which is more of like a spins 808 heavy kind of style of sexy drill, whereas this time today we're going to go a little bit more bass heavy, like the Kehlani song. In fact, we're going to use the exact same bass as the Kehlani song. I will show you. Before we start, if you could drop a like on this video, it does tell YouTube that other producers should be watching this content, and also we're less than 1,000 subs away from 30k, so please help me push towards 30k. It would mean a lot. I've got a website with all my kits on it, and I've recently just released the drum kit from my evolved multi-kit for only $10. It's stupidly cheap. Go check it out. Link in the description, link in the comments. Let's start with this. First off, we are putting the BPM at 158, and I think I'm going to tackle this a little bit weird today. I don't think we're going to start with the chords. I think I want to start with like the bass notes and the root notes. We're starting off in Synology. We're going to grab this like synth pad, and we're working in the scale of C sharp minor. Now, like I said, I want to get the bass notes down first. So let's start like here. Now let's go back to C. Now let's sauce this up a little bit because this is not sounding how I want it. First thing, stereo shaper. Secondly, we're using the poor man's RC20, aka FP Retro. And we're also going to mess with the EQs inside of here. So we're going to pull up the low pass a little bit. And I'm going to cut out all this high end like this. So we are now left with a nice bass sound that sounds like this. And it's got like a slight bit of tonality to it. We're going to come back into Synology. I love this plugin at the minute. And we're going to take another kind of pluck pad. And it's routed through the exact same mixer chain as the first time. And what we want to do with this sound is basically complement these lower bass notes with notes a little bit higher up in the octave. Just like that. Now sounding a little bit more melodic, but again, we're getting a nice lot of low end. Next, we're coming into Electra X and we're taking this ARP sound. Except I feel like I just want to use it as like a pluck. And let's just kind of fill up the higher end of this as well. I think that's going to be alright. I think we're going to need to process this a little bit. I like that one. The G sharp might be a little bit off. No, it's alright. Now, let's process this. We're using a lot of effects here. We're using stereo shaper to make it wider. Once again, using FP Retro to give it that kind of like vinyl kind of effect. Next, we're using Other Desert Cities, which is a delay plugin, but kind of manipulates it in a nice delay. Lastly, we're adding Transit, which is adding some reverb, some filters, and flanger onto it, and it makes it sound like this. Delay just makes such a difference. Next, coming into Contact, we are going into Lunaris 2, and we're taking a soundscape and we're routing it through the exact same mixer track yet again. So this is basically just going to act as a texture for us. So I do want this kind of high up. We're using the C sharp note because we're in C sharp minor. Normally when I'm adding textures, I just place them on the scale note. That's an ambient. I like it. I'm also hearing some sort of Rhodes piano on top of this. And I always struggle to make Rhodes piano, I'm not gonna lie, because I love a real Rhodes piano and I feel like it's very hard to replicate a real Rhodes piano. So we are gonna come into Teletone Audio and we're using the Vespertone Rhodes. So what I've done is I've just copied in the bass notes, and now up here I'm gonna make some like triad chords. And strum them. Again, strum them. I feel like it just sits out a little bit too much. I think I might actually try hit onto Splice for a real Rhodes piano. Bro, that just sounds so much nicer. It's basically saying that playing the same chords that I was playing. I do feel like we need to fill out this melody a slight bit more. Gonna come into Expand. I might just actually use this default preset. Push that up. That's a bit of a stretch, but I think it's alright. Also gonna layer these chords with this strings preset, so that my two pads together sound like this. Now, I feel like I do want a vocal on this, I'm not gonna lie. Now, this vocal is very dry, and I'm gonna show you the easiest way and the most basic way. I'm using Stereo Shaper. Secondly, add some reverb, then box them in with the radio EQ preset. And lastly, use Pancake so it roams around the mix. I might even try repeat that. So what if it goes... Alright, I just stemmed it out a little bit. For the verse section, we are bringing in this organ kind of sound. I feel like that sounds nice. It's playing the exact same chords as the pad. So for the drums, the most important parts for making this sexy drill is basically using the stomp and using the sexy drill bass, which I'm going to show you exactly how to do now. But first, let's start off by putting down a bit of a hi-hat pattern. And for the clap, I kind of like to use like an accent clap straight after it. And then all we want to do is just adjust the velocity of that and bring it down. I forgot to mention, an absolute classic in these sexy drill type beats is, of course, I just put it at the end of the bars. Right, it's time for the sexy stomp. Now, I'm actually posting all of these sexy drill sounds into my Discord, like the stomp, the bass, any sounds that you're kind of looking for. So if you're trying to join my exclusive Discord server, DM me on Instagram saying Discord for more information on how to join. We're a growing community and I'm providing hella resources and opportunities for everybody. You'll even find the likes of some of my drum kits and FLPs over there. Now, this stomp literally acts as basically a kick for this beat. Simple, just something like that. It's not even too crazy. Next, I'm grabbing a crash and some open hats. I'm also grabbing another counter snare. Instead of it being so drilly, we could make it a little bit more bouncy, but moving it back one. Yeah, that's nicer. Now, the next part, you might realize that we have not used the bass yet, and we are about to do so now. The official kind of sexy drill bass is called the Power Trav bassline. Not sure where this is from. Shout out to whoever made it. And we're just going to go through our root notes again. Kind of cuts off on the E, so we'll do it twice. I like to actually cut gaps in the bass and fill in the gaps with spins 808. I might try, let's make this unique. Let's reverse, let's see what this sounds like. Let's take off the low end. That kind of sounds fire. This sounds like a Cash Cobain thing. Let me try arrange this. yeah, man, that's how you make sexy drill. I appreciate you for watching. Make sure you run me up on IG and TT, because they're the only two things I care about. I'm out. Good luck. See you later. Bow.